This has more to do with pleading a case before a judge. This principle of praying in someone's name has more to do with disposition than it has to do with semantics. It has more to do with relationship than it has to do with repeating words. One of the important things about prayer that we are learning is that prayer is a legal activity. Prayer is not a religious activity. Write the word prayer down again, just so we can get this clear in our minds. The word prayer in the Bible, in the Hebrew original word, is the word that we translate as petition. Petition. Write it down. A petition is not a religious activity. Petitioning is a legal activity. Petition means to make a demand on an authority based on legal rights. Petitioning. Petitioning is only possible where there is a governing authority, where there is a constitutional document that gives you rights, and where there is a, use this term, right relationship with that authority. Petition requires all of them. So to petition, there's automatically a reference to an authority somewhere. There also means there must be some document, some covenant, some contract. In our environment, we use the term constitution. They're all the same. A constitution is a contract. It's a contract between the people and their government. That's the legal part of prayer. But then the person who's making the petition has to have a relationship with that authority. And it must be, I got to find this what I'm looking for. It must be, oh, here it is, a relationship in good standing. In other words, you cannot make a demand if you don't have a relationship, or if your relationship is strained. So this is why, a lot of people don't get their prayers answered. Let me quote something from the Bible that we forget. The Bible says, if I regard iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear my prayer. So prayer is also contingent upon a good relationship with the one you're talking to. So if you have a problem in your heart, you have violated the standards that are required by that government, then you have no right to make a petition. Again, the word petition is what? Prayer. So a lot of people are not qualified to pray, and they're praying. We think that because we close our eyes and kneel down or lay down on the floor and we make some moans and some sounds and we really get deep into this, communicating to this so-called God, that he got to hear us, and then we tack the name of Jesus on the end just to make sure we close the deal. No. The question is, are you qualified to come in here and talk to me? What's the condition of our relationship? It's like a son who just cussed his father out and then asks for $20. The relationship is a problem. You can't demand, even though I'm your father, you can't demand $20 after you cuss me out. We have a relationship problem here, even though you are a son. So you can literally shut down your own prayer life by your relationship being strained between you and that authority. Please don't think that prayer is a mystery. It's very simple. It's pleading a case. Now, let me get into the framework for this. Write this down. The authority of prayer. Let's talk about the big picture first. God has a plan, and his redemptive plan is consistent with his character and purpose. In other words, God is holy. He wants to redeem us, to make us holy again, to repair the relationship. We are the ones who destroyed the relationship. He proactively reached out to us with his redemptive plan to restore us. The whole issue of Jesus Christ coming to earth and dying on the cross is really not about you going to heaven. It's about repairing a relationship. That's why it's called redeeming. You are salvaging a relationship that was broken. So God's big picture is to restore the relationship. So when Jesus came, he came to restore our rights to dominion and prayer. He is restoring our relationship so we could go back to the government of heaven and make demands. That's what Jesus did. In Ephesians chapter 1, verse 9, you can read that in your spare time tonight when you go home, and also Ephesians 3, verse 10. These verses refer to the fact that his redemptive work was really focused on getting you to be able to do good works that were always prepared for you before the world began. He is putting you back in position on earth to continue your work of representing his country, his government here. That's what Jesus did. Third point here is important. Jesus was qualified to pray on earth because he was a man. I want you to read the chapter of John, chapter 5 tonight. Read the whole chapter. You have to understand this statement. In order for you to pray effectively on earth, you must have a human body. Because the authority and the legal right to do business on earth was given to humans. A human is a spirit, a dirt body. So that's why when Jesus came to earth, and I'm using the term Jesus kind of casually, but let me just clear it up a little bit. Jesus is called Jesus the Christ. Christ is the name given to God. That's the spirit. Jesus is the body, the dirt body. You cannot live on earth legally without a earth suit. So before Jesus could come, before Christ could come to earth, there needed to be prepared a body. The Bible mentions this at least 3 times. It says, a body thou hast prepared for me, that I may go and redeem them. Why? Because it's illegal for me to go down there without a body, because the authority to do business on earth was given to a spirit, the species, in a physical body. So any spirit without a body is illegal on earth. Is that clear? That's why you have the authority to cast out demons. Demons are illegal. They have no earth suit. So that's why demons are all over the place trying to get into people's bodies, because they're trying to legitimize their presence on earth so they can do business. And that is why Jesus always cast them out, because your body is not really designed for demons. The Bible says, as food is for the stomach, so was the body designed for God, and God for the body. Wow. Some of you don't read the Bible, so you don't know what I'm talking about. But the Bible is telling us that even God was thinking about himself when he designed your body. He was thinking about a place for him to come into the earth legally, because he will never break his own word. Is that clear? So if you read the Bible again, Isaiah chapter 9, it says, for unto us a child will be born, but the son is never born. The son was what? Given. Big difference. So the child is the body. Mary provided the body. God gave the resident. So Jesus made Christ legal on earth. That's why he's called Jesus the Christ. So Jesus is the key to the authority of Christ on earth legally. So in John chapter 5, if you read the whole chapter began with an argument. Actually, it began with a question that was an argument. Jesus was in chapter 4 and chapter 5, he was doing a lot of miracles. He was healing the sick and opening blinded eyes and cleansing lepers and all this good stuff. And the leaders of the religious order became very concerned. And they asked him a question. They said, by what authority are you doing these things? Now notice the word they used. They weren't questioning the things that he was doing. Their question was about authorization. Authority is a legal word. They said, how are you authorized to do these things? Who's authorizing you? And Jesus' answer is something you have to understand. He said, make sure you read the chapter now, because it's full of good stuff. But he said, first of all, I do these miracles not because I am the Son of God. Now that's shocking. The question was what? By what authority? He says, if I did these miracles as the Son of God, I would be illegal. Gotta read that chapter carefully. You ask me what legalizes me to do it, what authority I have. He then says, the miracles I do are because I am the Son of Man. He gave two answers. He said, first of all, let me clear this up. It's not the fact that I am the Christ that I did these miracles, because Christ is illegal without a body. He said, it's because I am a man. I have the authority. And then he closes the chapter like this. He said, for the Father hath given all authority to the Son of Man to do these things on earth. That's the way he closed it. So Jesus was qualified to pray on earth. Please notice what I wrote here. Because he was a man. Now, that should make you very happy, because you are a human.